Drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high, pass along the hill, wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly.
Alright, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Ninja JT back at again with another video, and in today's video we are currently on top of Richardson Street parking garage. If y'all saw from my last vlog that I was working on, it's a great place to be. This might be an extension to a vlog I had yesterday just because I didn't have enough clips, but there was some still like pretty cool stuff that happened in it. We on the Ninja 300. Soon we got something big coming. It's gonna be really hard for me to get rid of this bike because, you know, it was my first bike, so that's kind of hard to like push to the side. Eventually I want to get a 636. I'm going to leave that down to y'all in the comment section what color scheme y'all want that to be. Now what I was going to do on this bike was a midnight purple 3, right? Like midnight purple 3. I was going to do gold clutch levers and then maybe like gold on the rim, like gold on the wheels, right? The decals. But now that I'm looking at it, I really like the red, white, and black and like kind of silver look. It's hard to get rid of because this isn't just the normal 300, it's the SE, the special edition. So I feel like these are more rare, but also I've seen a lot of them. So, you know, that's up to y'all. Do y'all think we should wrap the Ninja 300 or sell it and get a 636, or leave it alone and then stack up for a 636? Also, let me know what color y'all want the 636 to be, because Ninja Gang decides everything. So, and if you're watching this video, you are part of the Ninja Gang and you are family. So if y'all got any ideas for me, just let me know, leave it down in the comments. I might be putting this on Instagram too, like a poll or something that y'all can vote on. And yeah, I'm still kind of learning like when to record, when not to record. You know, I do struggle with content creation ideas. For reels I don't, but for YouTube videos I do, just because I'm good at like short videos and editing, make them super good for y'all. But I am not the best at long form content creation. So like YouTube videos, I really seem to struggle with like ideas and stuff. But y'all have any ideas, leave it down below and I'll make sure to read all of them. Till then, it's been your boy JT and I'm out. Peace. So this place I'm taking y'all, me and Morgan absolutely love to go. And I don't take my bike down here much because you'll see why in a minute, but there's a reason why I don't bring my bike down here, just say that. It'll be hard to do this with a bike, that's all I'm gonna say. Not impossible, I've seen people do it, but it would be hard to do. And it's actually this over here is a really cool spot to go. If you just want to go like take your girl or something, it's a good place to go. So it's like a park, right? It's like a park, but it's not your normal park. Over there is like a golf course. You know, this place is cool. I don't know the name of this park, but I'll find it out for y'all. How you doing? It's a beautiful day out, ain't it? I've been trying to get on my bike for a while. It's been too cold. Today's perfect. God-given day for sure. You have a good one. But yeah, this is McPherson Park. Me and Morgan love to come down here to play mini golf. It's very fun. I'm not really sure. I think it's like a very historical park because there's like cannons all around it. I'm gonna put this on my story actually. In case y'all are ever wondering, y'all getting kind of like behind the scenes of how my stories go. You take a high quality picture, you find one of these filters, you go over here, location. That's gonna bother me because it's at the chain, but that's gonna bother me. Let's do it like this. I think that'd be dope. Somebody has to turn their head to actually read it. And let's add a sound. I want to get copyrighted, but now you get to kind of pick what you want to use. So, pretty self-explanatory. And me being Ninja JT, I also like to just like add a random ninja or something somewhere. That's fine right there. Whatever. Leave it. Essentially just turn myself into a gimbal. Probably not as good stabilization, but you know, potentially a tree hugger. How high can we get, boys? How high can we get? Dude, if I jump out of this thing, I'm not landing. I ain't gonna lie, it's like low-key fun, bro. Just having like that 0.5 zoom. Now, do I actually like want to jump out of this thing? Maybe. Oh yeah, they put a traffic cone there because that hole's broken. So me and Morgan were playing and they put a traffic cone because we hit the ball in there and we never got it back out. It's made of like it goes like through a hole and there's like PVC pipe. Well, there's a giant hole in the PVC pipe just like that, and it like dropped down into a bottomless pit. So, needless to say, we never got that ball back. Actually, that's a bike lane. I don't care, bicycle lane. Technically that's a bike lane. I mean, it is hot out today. The winter jam is today at like 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. Or that's when we gotta be at Morgan's church by. That's why I'm really out here just passing time, just entertaining people while being entertained myself. If I wasn't out riding my bike, I'd be sitting in my room doing nothing like I usually do. So it's, you know, or like editing a video or something of those sorts. Nosedive is a very good restaurant. Highly recommend it. Oh, also, if you want like the best coffee ever, go over there to that bookstore. They have something called the Golden Ticket, and it's like the best coffee you'll ever have. I mean, if you like books, that's good for you, but I could never like just read a book. I mean, I read the Bible, but you know, that's the only book I read. Now that might change. I had a little book phase, but that was when I was reading like Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and just like financial literacy books. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that truck over there is kind of cool. Usually there's like nice vehicles here because people like park them for people, but you know, not today. I'm so excited for Winter Jam. I've gone for like 3 years now, I think. I don't think I went last year. Nope, I did go last year. I went with somebody I don't even want to think about last year. It was a great time though. I actually went with someone and then ended up with their mom. But anyway, there's a whole story behind that will more than likely never get told. Yeah. Hey, what's in the past stays in the past for a reason, right? You look like a... Ugh, I smell weed. I smell heavy weed. Ugh. That's exactly what you look like. Ugh. If you can't tell how somebody is based off what they look like, you definitely can based off what they smell like. Gow, bro was stout with the wanna. I smell McDonald's or something good. Must be OJ's Diner. OJ Simpson? OJ Simpson's Diner? What the fuck? Hey, it could be. You know, I normally go that way because I like hill bombing it and going really fast, but I'll go this way just to give y'all like a more scenic route, you know. I think my exhaust is like finally breaking in from the previous owner that had put it on, because it is like violent. I don't know if you heard me say that in the last video, but this exhaust setup is like violent. Okay, now coming through like the hood area, I definitely smell a bunch of weed. I don't like the smell of it. I really don't. I don't like the smell of cigarettes either, but I'd rather smell cigarettes than weed. Weed just smells like a straight up skunk to me, I can't lie. Like it's nasty. It's disgusting. Greenville County Sheriff's Office. You think I should do a rolling burnout by the... No, absolutely not. You know, I thought about, what do firefighters even do when they're not fighting a fire? Like, are they just training non-stop, or do they just sit around and do nothing? I mean, they always get to fires late. So, I mean, after like half the building's burnt down, like what's the point of firefighters? I mean, I get y'all can put out a fire, but y'all can't prevent one. Alright, you want me to manifest something? I'm gonna manifest that C5 Corvette into my house, because that thing is dope, I can't lie. I love it. That's a cool car too. Every once in a while I just get the urge to go fast, and then I'll look back and be like, yo, people are like miles behind me. Like, whenever somebody gets too close, I just do a little pull, a little pow, a little bow. I don't know what the fuck. Ooh, that's not scary at all. That's like going to the beach and looking out at the ocean and you just can't see the end of the gravestones. Like, wow. That's humbling. That's humbling right there. know, to think that many people even lived, nonetheless died, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. I just love riding my bike. Like, there's just something about it. Is that a scrapyard? Oh, Recycle King. Recycle King. I would love to have that in my driveway too, but you know, I'd never use it. Arc 3. I used to work at Airgas on White Horse Road, and Arc 3 was like our rivals. But anytime we didn't have a product, we'd direct them towards Arc 3. So they were our rivals, but we still helped them out. You know what I'm saying? I think that came from from being like a Christian-owned business. You know, like it was owned by Christians, but we didn't have Christian employees, and that's what the downfall of the company is. You know, everybody needs to be Christian. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying everybody needs to think on the same mindset. It's like me and my team. 98.2% of us are Christians. There's only that like 1.8% that's not, and that's okay. Eventually, I mean, it's a lot easier to have like 98% pull up that 2% than for that 2% to pull down that 98, if that makes sense. Definitely the same thing when you're dating. Even like God tells us to be equally yoked. What does that mean? That means two people with the same goal, and your heart is in one accord with Jesus. That's what I think equally yoked is. You can have someone that says that they're Christian and they won't go to church, they won't pray. That's fine, I get it. I mean, sometimes you are just busy, but most of the time people are like, oh, I'm too busy. They sit in their room for 8 or 9 hours a day doing nothing. You know, like, is it really going to hurt you that much to take like 10 to 15 minutes out of your day, every day, just to dig into God's Word and strengthen your relationship with Jesus? You know, it's definitely something that's worth doing. Like, it's self-development, right? How much, like, it's free. It's literally free. It's free that pays, you know? Knowledge pays. But the fool also pays. Does that make sense? Let me say that again. Knowledge pays, but so does the fool. Now, what does that mean? Because that makes no sense. That just makes absolutely no sense, right? Well, the fool pays his own money. The person with knowledge does not. No, I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm not saying go around and ask your friends for money or anything. I'm just saying to think about that, because it is very apparent that I don't have enough money to get these, right? Somebody had to pay the price, and that price was Jesus. You know, being a Christian is more than just going to church, reading your Bible, and praying. Even though that is the foundation of yourself, there is way more to it than just those three primary things, right? There's giving, there's being of a joyous heart, you know, like always trying to always be positive, and whenever somebody's having a bad day, help them out, you know, like whenever something's going wrong in somebody's life, what do you want to do? Do you want to pull them down, or you want them to be better? And if you don't know the answer to that question, then there's something wrong with your heart. Which is probably the main thing of being a Christian. You know, your mind is evil, your mind's deceitful, right? You think bad things all the time, and they happen. You know, like, there is something called manifestation, right? I've always believed in that. It's spiritual manifestation, right? Well, so manifestation in itself, in a nutshell, is the thought of thinking something and it coming to fruition. Now, that is not taken lightly. Like, I can't just sit here and be like, I'm gonna think that I'm a billionaire, right? And then I'm gonna instantly be a billionaire. No. If it was that easy, I think everybody would know about it, right? It's not. Manifestation is being like what me and Waddy were talking about, saying that I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, and then it comes to fruition somehow at some point in time in your life. It doesn't have to be today or tomorrow or this year even, you know? Manifestation's its own thing. And a lot of people really just like don't understand it. I don't know how I got on this topic, but I felt like the Lord was leading me to talk about it. For some reason, God was telling me to just like talk to y'all these past couple vlogs. I don't know what it is. I think it's just more so Him telling me that I need to be in the Word more, and just learning more about Him. If you live a life alone without God, it's impossible to pull yourself out of a deep hole, you know? You're just going to keep trying to climb out, and you're going to fall down, and you're going to get depressed, and you're going to bury yourself farther and farther, and you'll never get out. But with God, man, it's something completely different. He'll pull you right out of that hole that you didn't think was possible to get out of, and He'll put you on a mountain, brother. He'll put you on a mountain that can't be moved unless He moves it, you know? Ain't that crazy? God is for you, not against you, but He also wants you to fear Him. Here's the thing that comes with knowledge. When you fear God, that's the beginning of knowledge. Does God want you to be afraid of Him per se? No. But the fear of God is like, the fear of death in itself. You know, everybody fears something. And for me, I fear death, right? But I'm even more so scared of like going to hell, whereas like I believe in life after death, right? As a Christian, we believe in life after death. And I do. I know that when I die, I'm not just going to be buried, but I will be rose again and sent straight to heaven. Straight to heaven. You kind of have to have God while being on a motorcycle, because being on a motorcycle is one of the most dangerous things in the world. I mean, especially when you want to like show off and do stupid stuff with friends. Like, it's just dangerous. It's very dangerous. This car right here could weave over my lane and end my life right now. You know, it would happen. It happens all the time. You know, and people think that they can sit in their room all day long and that God's going to give them something. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you, because I was that guy too, that it does not work like that. God gave you arms and legs for a reason. Use them. If you're obese, go to the gym. If you weigh as much as a feather, start eating and then go to the gym. Like, the gym's good for both people, right? I'm not the biggest guy, but I definitely ain't the smallest. My heart's bigger than anything else that I have. God is also bigger than anything I have. You know, like, I have God. That's all I need. You know, like I said in my last vlog, you don't have to understand it. You just have to accept it or whatever. You don't have to understand why something's happening. You just have to be able to look at God and be like, okay, this sucks, and I don't know why you're letting this happen, but I trust you. And that's all it takes. It's really that simple. God is for you, not against you. And He will always, 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 always be there for you when you need Him the most. I'm going to tell y'all a story in another vlog someday, but I'll just say it like this. I would not be here if it wasn't for God. I see it. I see it now. I mean, there's so many times in my life where I could have died, but God saved me. He said, I'm not done with you yet, my good and faithful servant. I don't care who you are. That'll make a grown man, the toughest prisoner, Epstein, cry. I don't care. I don't care who you are. When God speaks, it's cold and it's loud. You know what I'm saying? It's hot and it's loud. Am I the best person? Absolutely not. I cuss. I literally picked up a vape today, which I'm not proud of, but I'm trying. You know, life's hard. Life's hard. It's full of temptations, and God tests you. He'll give you reason, like He'll put people around you to test you. And me getting that vape was me failing the test. You know, like, you have to learn to own up to your own mistakes and just try your best to do better every day. Everybody says that you can get 1% better every day. I don't believe that. I believe that you can get better 3% every day. Now, what do I mean by that? That makes no sense, right? Well, it does, and here's why. So, people say you can get 1% better every day by learning something or like changing something, right? Well, I think you get 3% better because it compounds. And if any of y'all know anything about finances, gosh, I can't speak today, is to get 1% better, learn something new or better yourself, right? Well, to get 1% better again, you deny yourself and you acknowledge God and you get rid of like a bad thing that you're doing, right? Pray for repentance always. I don't care if it's the smallest thing, like the littlest white lie you could have said. Just thank God, be like, hey, thank you for giving me another day. I messed up and I'm sorry. You know, it's really that easy. Now that's 2% better, right? That's 2% better. Well, how do you get that 3% better? You already did it, my friend. You're already 3% better if you do both of those in the same day. If you better yourself by adding something new that you weren't doing before and taking away something that you were doing that was bad, then you're already 3% better because it compounds. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it and y'all learned something from it. I'm not the best at, like, I'm not Brian 636. I don't know historical artifacts, so I can't really talk about buildings. And I'm not Jake Sabra. I can't be funny all the time and energetic, but I'm Ninja JT and I can talk about God. So I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's days or weeks, whatever time I post this. But God loves you and I do too. And y'all have a blessed rest of y'all's day. Till then, it's been your boy Ninja JT and I'm out. Peace.